I just spent $200 at the most expensive grocery store in the world, Erewhon, to taste test a bunch of their most popular menu items, and I'm gonna let you know which ones are the best and if it's even worth these prices. This is a $9 juice, and it has weird floaty things in it. I ventured into a mosh pit, quite frankly, at one of the most popular Airwans in LA, and I spent about $200 and I didn't get that much stuff. It's kind of depressing when you look at how much I actually got. Now, I scoured TikTok to watch all of these clean girls talking about how delicious all this stuff is, and I have a healthy skepticism because I've seen some of these things. People were drooling over this thing, and y'all know me, I've got to get to the bottom of this. I got to taste test to see what all the hype is about. So without further ado, let's jump in. Okay, I'm gonna start with their organic tomato bisque soup. So this jar was $16, but it's slightly more runny than I like my tomato soup. First taste. It's pretty good. It could use just a dash of salt. The flavors are pretty dynamic. Yum. I don't even mind the consistency now because the flavor is so good. It's very creamy. Y'all, that's good. Oh no, I was afraid of this. I was afraid of liking this stuff and then wanting to go spend $1 million on a jar of soup. On a scale of 1 to 10, that is a 9. It has a little bit of heat in it. It's very flavorful, like there's like a garlic or something. That is a damn good soup. And I think you're gonna get about 3 servings, 3 bowls per jar. Maybe not the worst thing you could buy there. You can't have tomato soup without a little bit of cornbread. It's the Southerner in me, and Erewhon has this pepper, like jalapeno cornbread. And I feel like I can always tell if a place, an establishment is legit if they've got good cornbread. So let's try it. It's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's my favorite cornbread. It almost tastes like a cake. It's a little too sweet for cornbread for me, but it's certainly not a bad version. And I think 1/3 of a pound of this was like $5, which is, I mean, I could make a whole tray of cornbread that's maybe a little bit better than this for $5. So I feel like the value isn't there with this, but I will say that's a pretty good option. After going to Airwan and exploring the store and looking at all the prices, I came to realize Airwan shouldn't be looked at as a grocery store. Yes, they have groceries there, but you have to look at Airwan as really an organic restaurant of sorts that also has a grocery store attached. They had the most beautiful spread of meals, sides, entrees that I've really ever seen in a place that was so-called a grocery store. So I think if you go into it thinking, oh, this is like a nice lunch spot versus this is where I'm gonna go buy my groceries, you might see it a little bit differently. Also, the employee who checked me out, she said they get a 50% off discount of the food if they're on the clock, and then additionally they get 20% off that 50%. So really the life hack is just to work at Airwan if you want to eat at Airwan. Let's talk about their juice. Airwan is known for having these bougie AF juices, and I picked this one mostly because it's purple. It's called the Lavender Lemonade, all organic. I just don't even know what any of this is. It has this electric blue haze of something inside. All right, let's see what all the hype is about. I can't even get into this. You gotta be working out at Equinox to be able to open one of these. I'm not strong enough and I'm not rich enough to eat at this place. It smells delicious. Absolutely not. This is sadness bottled up and overpriced. Is there stevia in here? Oh, there's silica. Is that the stuff they put in brand new shoes that you buy at Nordstrom? What is Blue Magic and Camu? I don't know what any of this is. It tastes like lemon juice, like pure lemon juice with a very strange Hailey Bieber aftertaste to it. It's not wrong, but it's not right, you know? Can't take me anywhere. Welcome to the channel. If you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe. If this didn't sell you on the quality content you're gonna receive, I don't know what will. Those jars are worth $9 though, it didn't break. Let's talk about this raw cinnamon roll. The girlies are girlying on TikTok. They're like, oh my gosh, this is so delicious. It just looks sad. It looks like something I would have made in an easy bake oven. Now the girlies eat it raw because it's vegan or gluten-free. Oh no, there's weird stuff in here too. Psyllium husk, what the hell is that? Don't read it, just eat it. It's got nuts, but there was a girly who said you could heat it up, so I'm gonna try it both ways. So let's just raw dog. Cheers. Okay, actually not too bad. I was very scared. It has like a grainy texture to it. You know what it tastes like a little bit? Almost like a slightly less sweeter version than the Starbucks cake pop. You know that consistency of like the quote unquote raw cookie dough inside of the cake pops? It's like that, but not quite as sweet. It's like the cinnamon version of that. How much was this? Oh, it was $9. It is pretty rich though. I don't think you could eat all of this in one sitting. I don't think you'd feel too well after that. So I just warmed her up on my Christmas plate. That's how I roll around here in March. It's pretty good. It is a healthy dessert vibe. It doesn't taste like, oh, this is decadent. My birthday is around the corner and you guys know I love grocery store birthday cake. It's not that. I was surprised. I thought this was gonna be the worst. It's actually kind of good. I give that an 8 out of 10. I'm gonna eat all of it. I'm not gonna leave any morsel unswallowed. I heard a lot of girlies talking about this white bean kale salad. Now, kale is not my snack of choice, but if it's done really well, I can enjoy it. It's not something I gravitate towards, says the girl who just uploaded a Taco Bell taste testing video. That's pretty good. The only other kale salad that I've liked just as much as this is the one from Chick-fil-A. If you haven't had their kale side salad, get it. It's so good. This is really good. They've soaked the kale properly. Kale is such a tough, potently flavored leaf. You have to really soak it and soften it and marinate it in a delicious sauce to make it even edible. Fantastically done. How much was this though? $14. I couldn't afford to eat this every day. But again, for a special occasion, for a little splurge, I'd highly recommend it. I can't even believe I'm saying such things. I feel like it's blasphemous. I don't want to like this stuff because it's so expensive, but some people have that discretionary income and can do it. Who am I to say they shouldn't, you know? I love cheese dip. I think I want my like gravestone to say, here lies Erin, wife, dog mom, lover of cheese dip. I think it's that important to my identity. This one, however, is a little too watery for my taste. Maybe I shouldn't judge it before I try it. Let's throw it in the microwave and see what she's all about. I also tried the very famous Hailey Bieber smoothie. It's coming a little bit later in the video, and I spent $17 on this yesterday, and this is all that I could drink. Stay tuned for that. Let's try it. I pulled out some just normal tortilla chips because I wanted to make sure I didn't get some sort of fancy chip to throw off the flavor. Very spicy. Hot, very spicy. It's way too watery. And it also is lacking a flavor other than hot, spicy, you know? No, it's not. At first I thought it was good, but I don't even know if I can finish this little dish worth of cheese sauce, which is sacrilegious to even speak out loud. All cheese sauce deserves to be eaten down to the very last drop. That tastes exactly like what you would think an Erewhon cheese dip would taste like. But it cost me so much money, I just want to eat it all anyway, just because. Next is the Korean short rib. Now, at first glance, this looks premium, really high quality. The smell is giving me body chills. It smells so good. Full transparency, this 0.8 pounds of Korean short rib will run you about 30 bucks. But it does come with a cute little sauce. Very tender, very flavorful, like a really nice sweetness to it. Let's try it with the sauce. Wow, that is good enough to want to go back for it. When I think of Airwan, I'm gonna think of that short rib because it's so good. It also is $30. Maybe I'll just ask for a gift card for my birthday. Maybe that's how to scheme it, where I can go and eat at Airwan, but not have to actually pay my own money. That's nice restaurant quality, like really nice restaurant quality. It's not just a grocery store hot bar, if that makes sense. And to go with that, I really want to try the rice balls they have, the vegan brown rice balls. Can't say balls today. I guess there are worse things that I couldn't say. People were raving about these. These were super popular. Actually, when I ordered these, there's a woman behind me who was like, great choice. And I appreciated her passion. Look at her insides. Pretty nice, pretty nice. She's as pretty on the inside as she is on the outside. That is so good. It's really crispy and buttery. I'm gonna put it with that short rib to see how the pairing does as a duo. Really good. The sounds that are coming out of my body in this episode are shocking. It has this just like buttery flavor, and it has like such a crispy, crunchy outer shell, and the soft rice on the inside is so warm and I feel like I'm reading a romance novel out loud. So good. Everyone on the internet is raving about this mac and cheese from Airwan. I think it's gluten-free or vegan or something. There's some health twist on this. It's weird. It tastes like if macaroni and cheese and mashed potatoes had a baby. There's not much noodle texture. There's a lot of cheese. The flavor's a little muted. It could use some salt. There's a lot of cheese, which I'm not mad about that, but it is kind of a unique texture. It's like my brain wants it to be mac and cheese, but my mouth is like, that's mashed potatoes. I feel like that's gotta be like a 6 out of 10, maybe a 5 out of 10 mac and cheese. It's probably more of an 8 out of 10 mashed potato, but this is the item I'm most excited to try. It is their buffalo cauliflower. I love cauliflower wings, whether it's buffalo or barbecue or whatever. That's pretty good. It needs a ranch, but doesn't everything in life. If you didn't see my ranch video, I'll link it somewhere here, but I don't know if it lives up to the hype that the TikTokers were hyping. And it might have been fresh had I eaten it yesterday when I bought it. It is has the crispy shell. The outer casing is a little soggy. But the flavor is good. It's not too spicy. It's just buffalo. It's like just a simple buffalo basic flavor. I do prefer Hooters buffalo better, but I don't know if I can say Hooters and Airwan in the same video. Let's move on to the turkey balls. These are turkey meatballs. Lots of sauce in this, which I think honestly the buffalo cauliflower could have used a little bit more sauce. Oh, I love that. So much flavor. Tastes slightly bad for you. Does it taste like a healthy version of a meatball? My favorite kind of meatball. I'm very impressed with this one. A lot of spices, a lot of flavors. Oh wow, I really want to, I'm gonna be eating that momentarily. Let's talk about this weird dip of sorts. Now, when I was at Erewhon, the label said it was a ranch dip, okay? And then I looked at the consistency, I was like, oh, that's unique. Let's try it, even though it is $15. Let's give it a whirl. I love ranch, you guys know that. And I got it home and I started looking at it and I'm like, my brain is not computing that this is what I think it is. And then I actually read the label on the container that said West Coast pimento cheese, which is not the same thing as ranch. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I used to eat pimento cheese sandwiches like they were going out of style. I was like a little grandma in a toddler's body. I was like, give me the black coffee, the pimento cheese sandwiches. That was the vibe. That was the vibe, you know? And I never met a pimento cheese sandwich that I didn't like unless it had crust on it. I don't know what this is about to become. It could be ranch, it could be pimento, because when you're from the South, it's pimento, baby. Pimento. I've met a pimento I didn't like. There's promise buried deep down inside of this. Oh, it has a long way to go. It's very tangy. It's almost sour. It needs to be workshopped some more. Oh, I paid $15 for this. What am I gonna do with it now? It must be said that I tried the Hailey Bieber smoothie. So I'm gonna toss it back to the past so you can see what unfolded. I wanted to go ahead and eat some of the frozen stuff before it melted, obviously. But I'm gonna start with this Hailey Bieber smoothie that truly has taken over the world. I actually didn't even want to try it because I feel like so many people have eaten it. I just want to be a rebel. I want to understand the chokehold that Erewhon has on Hailey Bieber. All right, let's see what this is all about. It's fine. A big pet peeve I have with strawberry things is getting all the seeds in your teeth. There's a lot of strawberry seeds in here, and it tastes like a mix between something that's bad for you, probably that little white swirl right there, and something that's trying to be good for you, which is the berries. Some people say it tastes like a strawberry milkshake. They're not telling you the truth. Or maybe they haven't had a strawberry milkshake in a while, and it does feel very calorically dense. Like, I think I'm already done. I guess it's fine to try once, but I wouldn't recommend it. For $17? Absolutely not. You know how many Sonic milkshakes I could have purchased for $17? Enough to make me happy for the rest of my life. These are some of my favorite things you can get at Erewhon. Starting with the jalapeno cornbread. Next is the buffalo cauliflower. I'm ranking it a little lower than I thought that I would. I just wish it had a little bit more sauce. Next are the crispy rice balls. Next is the white bean and kale salad. I'm not a kale girl, so the fact that this made like a top 5 or 6 for me, that's how you know it's real. And while it may look unappetizing, next is the raw cinnamon roll. If you like Starbucks cake pops and you want a little healthier version of that, she's your girl. Next are the Korean short ribs, tender, juicy, very expensive, but for a splurge, kind of maybe worth it, said with a question mark at the end. Next is the tomato bisque soup. The consistency is slightly watery, but the flavor is out of this world. And my #1 favorite thing that I got from Erewhon are the turkey meatballs. So juicy, so packed full of of flavor, so much sauce. She's a star. Just get gift cards for your birthday so you can afford her. So this was kind of a part 1 Erewhon test. If you guys want me to go to Erewhon and try like the entire section of the hot bar or the juices, let me know. I might be interested in doing that. This video has to make a lot of money though. Also subscribe if you are new. Also please weigh in if you had any of these from Airwan. I gotta know if we're syncing, if our synergy is on or if it's off.